Hey howdy hey partners, today we have the brand new Super 7 Lightyear figures. Let's get into it.
I am Sox, your personal companion robot, and I regret having joined you.
You're watching Today I Grew Up, Lightyear Edition. Enjoy the review. You can also click the card here in the corner of your screen, and that'll take you to all the Lightyear toy reviews that I'm reviewing on this channel. Excited to be back again. We finally got the Super 7 Disney Pixar collab for the Lightyear vintage scale figures. I love small scale stuff, so it's pretty cool. We have Buzz Lightyear and Sox. The artwork is really nice. You have Lightyear Buzz here with Zurg. I really love the packaging. These were a little expensive, basically $20 each, so you're spending over $40 for two small 3 3/4 inch figures. Sox is even smaller. The one in the first wave series you can get is Buzz Lightyear, Alicia Hawthorne, Mo Morrison, and Sox. Collect them all. I don't know if they're going to be doing more of these. It's very interesting that Super 7 actually picked up the license to begin with. They did make that giant Sox figure that's like life size for $400. And the reason why I didn't get that was because it was just, I don't know if I wanted to spend $400 on a cat that was, it wasn't a robot. It was just literally a giant action figure. Maybe in the future I might consider it if it's still available somewhere. But for now, this is something I can't afford, which is, vintage scale. And so I really want to open them, even though they look fantastic in the package. I definitely open them and see if this one actually fits in the XL15 ship too. We'll start with Buzz here. He's looking pretty good. I mean, he's pretty small for an action figure, 3 3/4 inch, but he's supposed to be part of like that vintage scale line. What I do appreciate is that at least Super 7 gave us purple on the gloves detail, which is something usually missing from a lot of these smaller scale figures. One thing I am disappointed again. For some reason, they've taken advice from Mattel because they have decided to not put Lightyear on the chest, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's the title of the movie, and it's a huge identifying feature of a suit for Buzz Lightyear, is to have Lightyear on the chest. I'm very mad that Super 7 decided to not put that on the chest. It's cool that the dome does come off, so there is a removable helmet there, which is nice. You can move his head too. He has very basic articulation, so he's basically just a 5-point figure. His legs go forward and back. Well, actually, they don't really go back. That's surprising. Legs go forward so he can be in a seated position. But that's about it. His legs don't go back. There's no waist articulation either on this figure. Basically, it's just his arms go up and down. His arms do go 360 though. Basically. I do like the laser attachment there. It's gold and shiny. It looks like metallic paint. One of the weird things about this is that there's this little lever here. So when you press it down, it comes down. So I don't know. It's supposed to be like his laser shooting out. So why isn't it red? I don't know. If I was the design team on this, I would have made that little laser effect red. So it looks like a laser shooting out. I don't know why it's gray. I think that's kind of weird. I mean, I get it. It's probably trying to be like the vintage Star Wars lightsaber figures where it has a little lever and a lightsaber comes out. So I wish they would have painted that red though, because I think that would have made more sense. It's cool, it's unnecessary, but yeah, definitely an interesting little feature they decided to add there for the laser. Back of him is okay. He is missing a lot of details here on the back. Definitely they did try though. There is some good paint applications overall. I do like the gray behind the knees, even though it's a little messy. It's there, and the green paint. I feel like they did try to give us something kind of screen accurate there with some of those applications. It's not perfect, and you can even see there's a little split there. So it's not a perfect figure, but it's alright. Now for one, obviously I think the Disney store wins here, just because overall, there's Lightyear on the chest, even though it's the same size. There's articulation on the knees, more paint app details. It's just the Disney figure is way more incredible. And although the face looks kind of weird, I think that it's definitely superior with the paint applications. The one flaw from the Disney store is that it doesn't have a laser. Also, I noticed that the mission patches are missing from the Super 7 one as well. Now with the jetpack missing, it is missing some details there, but that's because the jetpack kind of hides that. So I'm not going to fault that. Disney also has the Space Ranger sticker there. We are missing that on Super 7. Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss here with the details. So after trying my best on it, it doesn't look like it's going to work. It's just not designed to clip into anything, and it's slightly a little bit too large, which is a bummer because that would have been cool if it was interchangeable, but it's not. In the end, I do like the Disney Store Lightyear Buzz a little bit better just because of the wings, movie accurate details, Lightyear on the chest, things like that make it a little bit more superior. Obviously, the articulation is miles better on this figure, so I do like this one the best. I just wish he had a helmet and a laser, would have been nice. And for size comparison, here's my Takara Tomy full-size 12-inch Lightyear figure. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of the scaling of these vintage scale 3 3/4 inch Lightyear Buzzes. They're slightly smaller than your standard Mattel one, so it's very interesting to look at for sure. Well, the good news is that it does fit. So you can put your Super7 Buzz inside of the Disney Parks exclusive XL15 ship. It was a little snug there on the feet to get those feet in. They're a little bit wider than the other Buzz. But it's cool overall that you can fit this Super7 Buzz inside the Disney Parks exclusive XL15 ship. It closes just fine. And so that is a pretty cool discovery. So in case you're wondering, yes, it does fit inside the ship. No issues at all. I do like Sox. Sox looks awesome. Kind of like it a lot better than the Buzz, but it's pretty nice, you know, it's very standard. The tail does move, you know, a little bit side to side. The legs do go forward and back, all 4 of them, and the head does move slightly. It's a little stiff though, for sure, a little hard to move. I do like the metallic paint on this Sox. I think it looks really good, but the scaling of him is kind of weird. I don't think he scales with Buzz correctly. Like, I kind of feel he's a little too big. And if you get the cap from the 5-inch Mattel, I think that looks a lot better scaling with this vintage scale Buzz, because Sox wasn't that big compared to him, and I feel like this is more realistic for pairing with Buzz. So the size is weird. I wanted to show you this. Here's the Alpha class, and the Imagine X is the biggest one they ever made. This is the Sox that comes with a 5-inch training Buzz. This is the new Super7 one. This is the Alpha class Sox, and this is the Imagine X Sox, which is the largest Sox action figure we have so far. It's just very interesting. I think out of all of these, like I said, this Mattel one, the smallest one, will scale best with the vintage scale Buzz, and then this would probably scale best with maybe the 5-inch Buzz, or this one's actually made for the 7-inch Buzz. So I'm not really sure what would scale for 5-inch Buzz. Probably still the small one. Then this Imagine X would probably scale best with a 12-inch figure. So I think that's more perfect for the bigger Buzz. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Which one's your favorite Sox? My favorite Sox for now for the smaller Buzz is going to be this one. And for the larger Buzz will be this one. These details are hard to see on camera because it's just so small. But basically this is Sock's little computer where he helped Buzz program the crystal to get it to get to light speed. So Super7 did good on that. I think it scales well with their version of Sox, but I do like the Alpha class a little bit better. This just feels a little cheap. It's okay. The paint apps are a little sloppy too. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It definitely works for Sox. Overall, after opening them and inspecting the details closer, I do have some concerns. You know, $20 is a lot of money for a figure of this size, considering, you know, from Mattel, those Buzzes, you know, they only go for $10, $5 at the most, and they're a lot bigger than these. I do have concerns for the price tag. I think they're a little bit overpriced. I think if you left them on the card back, which they come in a beautiful packaging card back, I think it's more worth it if you left them packaged. These just don't offer a lot with scaling or posability or articulation, and lacking in a lot of details. So I think if you put them and left them on the card back and put them on your wall, I think it'll be definitely, for me, worth more than outside of the package. You know, holding them in hand, inspecting them closer, they don't feel like $20 figures. They feel like maybe $10 at the most, or, you know, $5 to $10. But, you know, things cost money. I understand the company has to charge what they do. I definitely like the artwork. So my recommendation is, if you really like these figures, and from my review, then open them and have fun with them. If you're on the fence, I would say just get them carded. And, you know, for me, it's a pass. For $20 each, you know, we're spending over $40. I definitely, if I could go back in time, probably wouldn't pick these up, or I would leave them on the card back. Because I just think, although they're cool and they're fun concepts, I just feel like they're more prototypes than actual toys, and they're better on the card back. Well, partners, I had to give my honest review. That's what I thought about the Super7 figures. by your own discretion. They still have them available on Super7.com. Go check it out. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me on this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a child's plaything. Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.